Is that State versus Wiggins?
Yes, Your Honor, David Wiggins.
Is that for me? If it's not for me, please turn it off. Thank you.
Sorry about that.
All right. Mr. Wiggins?
Yes.
How you doing? How are you? You doing okay? What's going on? What do we have? What kind of charges do we have?
I'm going to read the number of offenses. One of them does carry jail time. I was unable to convey an offer to the defendant when he checked in with me. I did call the officer in for trial.
What do you want to do here? Have you made him an offer?
I was unable to convey him an offer. When he
You want to listen to an offer?
I was trying to explain to her that I had filed a claim against the state's attorney.
Yeah, but that's got nothing to do with the traffic case.
It would preclude any, and I also filed an appeal on the removal to the United States, and it's appealed, and this court can't.
Under
come
what
to-
theory?
You can't come to a final judgment under,
Sir, I've studied the Constitution my entire life.
I'm just going by the U.S. code, Your Honor.
Well,
You say that
You're in my state, in my county,
am
in
I
the traffic.
entitled to a jury trial?
No. Well, yes, it could be.
No, he's not. The maximum
What's the question?
falsifying with fraudulent intent registration. The maximum is 60 days.
You're not. If it were 90 days, you could pay a jury trial. Because it's 60 days, you can't. Why don't you make him an offer?
Your Honor, my offer was going to be if you wanted to plead guilty to failing to attach plates front and rear, I would enter a null pros for the remaining citations.
You plead guilty to that.
Well,
The question is, did you have the plates on the front and back?
it's not my car. I don't own the car.
Whose car is it?
The state knows whose car it is. They had.
Tell me who the, I don't have all
The
day.
car belongs to a woman named Deborah Carter.
Okay,
Okay, it's not my car. I was just driving.
I get that. But let me explain to you how this works in the state of Maryland. It's a strict liability offense, which means that even if you were driving my car, you'd be responsible for my car. Now, if I didn't pay my insurance and I didn't have insurance and I didn't put tags on it, my lights are broken, and I let you drive my car, then you'd be responsible. Do you understand?
No.
I'm going to do it one more time. I want you to listen instead of fumbling through your papers. It's a
I
strict
heard
liability.
you, Your Honor.
Well, I thought you just said
It's
you-
the statutory language that I do not understand. See, you're speaking to me in the statutory language.
No. I never speak in statutory language. I speak
When
in
you
plain
say
English.
strict liability.
Sir, let me explain this to you. I grew up on the streets of Baltimore.
You don't get
I speak not the King's English. I speak East Baltimoreese. Ever heard of that?
Yeah, I'm from East Baltimore.
Me too.
Between Asper Street, 1500 block.
I'm a little further east than you. Okay? Here's what I'm telling you. You drive the car, you got to be responsible for everything. She's cutting out all these other cases. You got one case, you didn't have the right plates on. You plead guilty, you plead not guilty. Your call. If you plead guilty, she'll drop everything else.
I can't plead guilty to something that I'm not responsible for.
Because you took the car with wrong plates on it, you are responsible. Now, you may go talk to the lady that owned the car and say, hey, look, I got stuff with this bill, you gotta pay it, but that's something totally different.
Well, it seems like you're rushing me to judgment.
I'm not rushing anybody.
Well, that's what it seems like because
Sir, I took this case from another judge, so you know I'm not rushing anybody.
Oh, I don't know what transpired.
You wanna think about it?
I have no idea.
It's up to
but
you.
I feel as though I'm being rushed to judgment.
I'm not rushing
I'm
anybody.
not being given the opportunity.
Not true.
To explain.
Absolutely not true.
That there is an appeal in
Sir,
the United States.
You can't appeal a case until there's a finding. There's been no finding in the
Your
case.
Honor, I removed the case from this
You
court.
can't.
You can remove
No,
this
you
case.
can't. Want to
Yes,
bet?
it can be removed.
No, it can't.
Under the United States Code.
Sir, please, I don't have all day to listen to this
Well, then
argument.
you're rushing me to
It's a
judgment,
spacious
Your Honor.
argument at best, sir. It's not going to happen in my court.
It's not a specious argument.
I think it is.
And I believe you're rushing me to judgment, sir.
You want to plead guilty or not guilty?
Well,
Here's
I
my
have to
question.
object and ask you to recuse yourself.
Absolutely not, sir. I will not recuse myself
I
under any
object.
set of circumstances. Let's move on.
I object.
Okay, you can object and it's overruled.
Exceptions.
Exceptions to what, sir? I've already made a
Exceptions to your
ruling.
overruling, and I'd like the order of the court.
I just overruled, sir.
I'd like to
Let's
order
move on. Here's your
the
question.
amendment.
Here, you want to plead guilty or not guilty to all the counts, or do you want to accept the state's offer?
I don't understand that question.
You can plead guilty to one count, we'll drop everything else. Your call.
Again,
Hmm?
I do not understand.
You plead guilty to one count,
I don't understand.
which is a finable only offense. Or we can have a trial here today, whatever you choose. It's your choice. What do you want to do?
I don't understand.
Go have a seat in the back of the courtroom and think about it. Because I don't want you to be rushed. You have other documents?
I can go see about the courtroom.
Right here you are.
Take your time. What are your thoughts?
I guess I'll have to plead not guilty
To all the counts?
to all the counts.
You want a trial here today?
I would like to have it postponed.
Well, you know that's not going to happen.
I know, because I have fear that I have perturbed you.
Not at all.
And
Do I look like I'm perturbed? I just sat through the domestic violence docket, and I'm still smiling. Are you kidding me?
And
You have not perturbed me.
And there are some pretrial motions that I filed, and that's why I feel like I'm being rushed, because I tried to explain to her that I filed some motions, and that, I wanted to talk to her about the jurisdiction issue of misapplying the transportation article to non-commercial travel, Your Honor.
Let me say this.
And as a veteran, I really understand the Constitution.
Okay.
And as a paralegal for the Office of the Public Defender, who Judge Matrosini's daughter, Rosemary Rainier, was my supervising attorney at the Felony Trial Division downtown. So I take my constitutional rights that I served in the military very seriously. And Maryland being a common law state, Your Honor, there are some common law issues, and I came here to challenge the jurisdiction of the court. And I'm like, you can't waive jurisdiction, Your Honor. And I thought you might, be fair enough
Let me
to
tell you
hear
this.
these
Hey, you
things.
don't know me, I don't know you.
Right.
But I've got a copy of the Constitution.
That's all.
It's dog-eared.
Put it down.
It's yellow.
Okay.
It's signed by a Supreme Court justice.
Yes, sir.
Okay? That was a gift to me, and I cherish the gift.
Yes, sir.
Okay? And I cherish our Constitution. Okay? Now, I've tried cases all over the country for the last 25 years before I went on the bench. Okay? Do you think I like traffic court? Absolutely not.
Get the fuck away.
Do I like domestic violence court? Absolutely not. But I've been given the authority by the state of Maryland to handle these cases. And that's what I'm going to do. I've read your motions. I'm denying your motions. And I'm asking you to accept the state's offer. They've eradicated the one count that carries jail time, which leaves you with a payable offense at worst. I think it's a good offer, but it's entirely up to you whether you want to try it. See, here's the deal. They've made you an offer. If you plead guilty, it's a payable offense. However, if you plead not guilty, they're saying it's going to be a trial on all the issues. I don't know, in my mind, whether you want to run that risk or not.
And can we plead not guilty on the statement charges?
Not guilty statement charges on that?
I've heard that you
You
can
can
do
do that. You want to do that on the one count?
As long as there's no argument.
Pardon?
As long as there's no argument. I have no objections to that.
All right. You okay with that, sir?
that. I'm okay with that.
All right. So just so the record's clear, I want to make sure I got it.
Excuse me, one moment.
Sure.
What was you talking about?
The failing to attach plates front and rear, that was the offer that I conveyed with the judge. The payout is a to the judge if we proceed this way, getting rid of all the other charges, including the one that carries jail time.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can proceed, yeah.
All right, we're going to go on a not guilty statement of facts on Transportation Article 13-411A, failure to attach vehicle registration plates at front and rear. Upon a finding in this case, or before that even, the state has agreed to null pros or dismiss all the other counts. Correct?
That is correct.
All right. You do this freely and voluntarily, Mr. Wiggins?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me hear from the state.
On August 4th, 2016, this defendant, David Wiggins, standing to my right in court, was operating a motor vehicle on Baltimore County public roads. He was stopped for not stopping at a stop sign at Southern Cross Drive. The officer observed that the rear license plate said private and that it said no driver license or insurance required, not for commercial use, private mode of travel. Peace on earth, goodwill towards men. The car the defendant was driving did not have plates attached to the front and rear issued by the Motor Vehicle Administration as required by the Transportation Article. All events did occur in Baltimore County, Maryland.
Any additions or corrections, Mr. Wiggins?
No, sir.
All right, I do find you guilty, sir, beyond a reasonable doubt, a violation of Transportation Article 13-411A. What would you like to tell me about yourself?
Yes, I'm a military veteran of the United States Army.
Where did you serve?
I served in the 1st Infantry Division, and I was a member of the Rapid Deployment Force. So I served at...
Did you do active duty?
Yes, sir. Fort Riley, Kansas, sir. 1st Infantry Division.
That's in the middle of nowhere, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in Junction City, Kansas. You know, not too far from Abilene, where we would go and see the president's home, David Eisenhower. We used to take those
All
kind
right, how did it come about that you had this car that day?
I borrowed the car from my roommate, and I was going to head up to West Virginia and see my sister and help her do some moving. And I was traveling down on the road when the officer stopped me.
The defendant has a 1994 driver without a license conviction and a 1996 driver without a license conviction.
Last sentence. Sir, I'm going to strike the guilty, enter probation before judgment. You will not have a conviction here today. I'm going to reduce the fine down to $30. The cost is $25.50.